you're vulnerable too soon, whether that's with your friend, with a person that you're seeing, sometimes that information can actually hurt you in the long run because they'll use it against you. And I think that is one of the harshest and coldest experiences in this human life. Like, it takes a lot for people to be vulnerable. I don't know. I can only speak for myself, but like, being vulnerable can be intimidating.
I can open up to the cashier at Tesco's. I'm very open because
I'm not vulnerable at, like, I'm vulnerable to you. I can literally count who I'm vulnerable to on my hands. But if I have ever been vulnerable to someone that I don't count on my hands, I know that they can take that information and use it against me. I know that anything that leaves my mouth could be twisted against me, so I just have to accept that, you know. And it's quite I know, like, especially when I was in boarding school as well, it was a trauma response because it's like, I was born on this own. I was born on my own. I'm going to die on my own. Like, it's me against the world. So, like, I had to really change my mindset with how I brought people into my life. And I thought I'd found that until fairly recently, when I had to cut off a friend for using that information that I shared to her against me. And I was like, raw, you really are educating your ops out here. You're really educating enemies of progress out here, because I'm not vulnerable often. Like, I don't need to share to you. I can just share to my therapist if I have to. I can just share to my therapist if I have to.
Yeah.
But I chose to, and now you want to use that against man. It'll never be well with you. And it's a weird one.
See, like, in the light of this, I kind of, like, I really blame myself, because I had this thing, like, from, like, secondary school to, like, leaving secondary school. I was like, wow, like, I really met, like, the most horrible, devilish human beings of my life. I really have, like, secondary school was just not it. And I'm a fighter. Like, I like to prove things. So I was like, right, Dina, this is not what the world is like. Do not give up on people. Do not give. Like, I really said to myself, this is not it. And I'm going to prove to people that a black girl can have a normal relationship with white people, which is possible,
100%.
But it will never go wrong. Like, I really had you're just a person kind of attitude. So I was moving out here. Trusting everyone, loving everyone, opening up to everyone. And I never had this race and gender or religion aspect thing in my mind. Like, I was just like, well, so what? Like I would, like, befriend people that are so different from me, because I'm like, it doesn't matter what people are into. It doesn't matter what people are. You just have to like them for their personality, and that's it. And if I like your personality, girl, you'll be my best friend. I'll get vulnerable with you, and blah, blah, blah. But then F-ups happen, and another F-up happens, and another drama, and another this, that, and the other. And the stage I'm at is, unfortunately, the little girl that believed that the world is amazing and trust everyone. Unfortunately, that ain't the case. There are nice people around, but majority are pieces of shit. They are, and you need to kind of just stick with
nice people around, but you have to do some, like, soul searching to go find them, because I think what you said beforehand just suggests that even though you consciously try to think otherwise, you were subconsciously drawn to the people. And it's mad, because I saw this other tweet recently. It was like, if you don't look at your childhood trauma, your romantic relationships will. And, like, I felt that in the pit of my stomach. I've never been with anyone. I've literally never been with any. Like, I've never had I've never been in a relationship. But it's the fact that I see it everywhere. I see it fucking everywhere, and that's the thing. I want to mind my business because I don't want to be the burden of bad news. But equally, if you're bad news, or if let's say if you're painting over the cracks, disrupts my peace, that's when we're gonna have an issue.
Yeah.
Because I'm not 100%. A yes man. I won't tell. The thing is, it's weird. I wholeheartedly believe silence can never be misquoted. So I will bite my tongue if I have to be. But if I talk, people say I'm talking. So, like, I go back and forth with, like, is everyone going to listen to this, or I'm going to remove myself from situation? Like, there's not a middle ground. And what I've been learning through therapy and over the past 3 years is how to communicate my boundaries in that middle ground, so that I don't not just lose face, but lose stability, you know? Because people don't realize how much relationships can shake you, especially if you've
it can really, like, it hurt. Like, honestly, like here we are talking about these friendships that haven't worked out, but like, they hurt. It's so painful, because once upon a time, like, this person is like your everything. Like, do you know what
completely.
I mean? Like, they're everything, and it's heartbreaking. Like, yes, we laugh about it now and we're like, let's talk about our experiences, but emotionally, it's kind of, it's so painful.
It's disturbing. So I had like a really, really bad friendship experience like the year before I started like my school year at boarding school, and I shit you not, I did not leave my bedroom for 3 months.
Yeah,
I was late to school every day, and I lived there. I couldn't move because I was so sick to my stomach that someone was able to use the information that I'd shared with them against me. And I'm quite a big self-critic. I'll be like, Sarah, you saw that fucking pattern. Why did you take yourself there? And I'll be beating myself up because it's like, I've done this before. Like, I've literally, it's weird, you know, because like, even though like I'm a spiritual babe now, when I was younger and I was just like relying on my intuition, I was like, what the fuck did I do in a past life? Like, was I a politician? Was I a politician that just did some scatty ass things to some people? And this is why I have done no, and this is why I'm receiving this treatment in this life, you know, because I was just so confused to why these things were happening. Because yes, we can complain about friends, but also, who are you choosing as friends?
Oh my god! Oh Jesus! I blame myself, by the way. All the people that we're not friends anymore, I want to let y'all know, I don't blame any of y'all. I'm the issue.
I am the issue. I'm the common denominator.
Y'all are not the issue. I'm the issue, because I'm having friendships falling out left, right, and center. You guys are not the issue. Me. I'm the issue. I'm not denying that. I will never say or blame the people that I used to be friends with. I will never blame them. I will never say anything horrible about them. I will never be like, they're this, they're that, and the other. I'm the issue because I actively participated in this relationship.
Oh yeah,
I chose you. There. I chose you. I chose that.
You.
You chose and you. I came back to you. If I cut you off and I went back to you, I'm the issue. I'm 100% the issue.
And it's weird because it's like, it's a weird one. Because
can I ask you? I really want to ask you this question. Okay, so the reason why I sometimes stuck around in situations where I was like, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Something that kept me going, something that I truly believed. I mean, maybe I was young, like I don't know. I don't know why I really believe this, but do you believe that you can change people?
No. I think you can encourage people to see change, but I don't think you can change people. Like, no, I think I think people change themselves. Like, I have seen people go from one end to complete opposite end because of their own self-belief. I just stood next to them whilst they were doing it. Do you know what I mean? And that's what I truly believe. However, like, when I say, like, I was so quite funny because I was literally saying this earlier. I was like, I'm a great friend. All I do is encourage people and be inspired by them. But equally, if my I'm trying to find the words for this, because recently a friend that I like fell out with was like, oh, this is so much pressure, and I was like, where have I heard that before? And like, another friend has said it's always pressure, and like. Yes, is the pressure because both the situations have been about race and black people's experiences and inconvenience to you? Or is it because I have indirectly made you feel like you couldn't speak out?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, don't get me wrong, it's all, you have to, I say that loosely because I'm here saying, call me out, call me out, call me out. So like, they know me enough to call me out, but equally, something, if there's a pattern there, you cannot ignore the pattern.
Exactly. And like, my most recent, like the friend I'm not friends with anymore, she even said this, and she said, "Are you not realizing that you are having so many like friendship fallouts?" She was like, "Maybe it's you." She was like look at yourself. Like you've gone through this so many times. Maybe you're the issue. And I didn't even like disagree with her. I was like, yeah, I know it's me. I like that's not even an insult. Like she was trying to come at me like an insult, and I'm like, babe, this is an insult. Like it's fact, it's true. No, but like I am going through breakup after breakup after breakup after breakup, and the only thing I'll blame myself for is that I choose sometimes the shittiest of human beings. I am a problem. I know I'm an issue because y'all were shitty at the beginning, y'all were shitty during the middle, and y'all were shitty towards the end. But I stuck around because I convinced my mind that, oh no, they're nice. No, they can change. No, if I talk to them, they might do this. And I stick around because I'm hopeful. I'm the most hopeful human being on the planet. Yeah. And I believe in you, and I will trust in you, and I will carry on. And I'll be like, no, I've known you for so long. I'm really comfortable around you. Like, and this happens as well. Like in relationships, you sometimes just stick around because you just know that person, and it's sometimes so scary when you're so close to someone.
Featuring off, it's so scary.
It's
like
scary.
Leaving
That's why we stick around. Yeah, it's not just like, hey, they're shitty, let's break up. Yeah, I'm hopeful. I will give you chances because, as I said to one of my friends before, me growing up, the only real issue I had is that I always just wanted people to give me a chance. Yeah. So when I moved to this country and I couldn't speak English and all of that, people like the school that I was in, I loved school. Like I've always been a geek. I love studying. I generally really enjoy studying. But the teachers, the school, they were very, very, very impatient with me, and they never gave me time to learn the language. They never gave me time. Like they were very quick on like giving up on me. Yeah. And this is just school.
And people don't realize, like, when you're a child, like, you see everything. You see their facial expressions. You see how they roll their eyes.
So, like, just growing, all I wanted was someone just to give me a chance because, like, I knew I was capable of, like, obviously couldn't speak English, couldn't do well in school. Like, it was a straight up situation, like, failing everything. And I was just like, y'all, listen, if I can speak this language, I won't be getting the shitty grades. So, like, I had to do a very abnormal thing. And I remember, like, for a really long time in my life, I would just be stuck in my room reading these novels, like Shakespeare, and I was like in year 7 and all that stuff, just so I can. No, seriously.
No, I'm not laughing.
It was like a boot camp. Like,
no, but well done you. Like, honestly, well done you, because you're chatty patty now, and you couldn't fucking speak English. Like, you can speak
literally
English. Like,
no, deadass couldn't. Yeah, and like I remember, like I did a whole 360. And I remember, like, all the teachers were so shocked. Like, when they saw my grades, they were just like, how did you do this? Blah, blah. Yeah. And then I could speak by then. I was like, listen, all I want, like, I spent every summer, I was like, I have to learn English. I was like, you guys just have to be patient with me. Give me a chance. Don't give up on me. So I've had that attitude of do not give up on people, because all I wanted was someone to give up on me. But then I used it in the very wrong situations, that when I'm with like a shitty person, don't give up on them. But nah, when it's friendship, give up on it. If it's work, if it's something that you'll benefit from, like, no, it's true.
No, but off the back of that,
people. You can only change yourself.
Off the back of that, like, I've always just wanted to be included. Like, I've always wanted to be included. So, like, that's why I will accept nonsense, or accept the bare minimum, or accept toxic behavior. And now, like, I'm at a point of my life of, like, if you don't compliment my life, like, I don't want you in it. Like, I don't want you in it. Like, I would rather be on my own, because I have been for a very long time, because it's like, it's a weird one, because it's like, I like being on my own, but I want company. Like, I just want people to share my things with. And it's like, from where I wanted to be included for so long, I'm very patient with people and what they bring to the table, because I think everyone brings everything. Everyone will bring at least one thing to a table, but it's like, do I want to sit at this table? Am I sitting in this, like, am I pairing myself? Like, it's like you prepare a table in the presence of your enemies, you know? And shout out Leona Nicole Black, who did a tarot reading maybe a year and a half ago. That was like the foundation of the House of Black. It's a community that I'm a part of. And it's that whole thing of, recalibrating your standards and seeing how people deter from your life when you've recalibrated them.
Yeah.
And that is an alarming thing, because like, I'll meet friends, who met me when I had low self-esteem. If you know me by God, I do not have low self-esteem.
Yeah.
I will never have low self-esteem in my life. I am literally like, I came out of the womb screaming. I came out of the womb dancing. Do you know what I mean? Like, that. If I'm not upset, no, the only times, honestly, I don't move is when I'm upset. But besides that, I am always dancing. Like, I am literally an entertainer. Like, I'm literally...
This is why me and you clash so much, because I'm an entertainer too. So with me and her, it's just a dance battle. Like, who's going to take the throne?
True, I can see it. I can see it.
Okay. But like, okay, so like, I hear this question so often, like with myself. Dina, why are you always in this situation? Why does this always happen? Why does it always happen? My way of moving in life prior to the self-healing was beggars can't be choosers.
Yeah.
That's how I felt. I was like, so if I'm with a shitty situation, I'm going to stay in this situation because beggars can't be choosers. Like, they can't.
Do you know it's weird? Because like,
who am I going to go to? Tiffany. The racist Tiffany. Am I going to go to her? I'd rather take this cultural appropriation person than Tiffany. Like, beggars can't be choosers.
No,
who am I going to, Sarah?
It's a weird one, because it's like, it's that whole thing of black women being met with having to pick between two evils. Like, why can't we pick good for once? Like, why is it?
Because we haven't been around good. Because if you're like us, if you've been like, it's so annoying. People always come at me with these questions. And it's kind of like, guys, if you know what environment I was raised in, then culture appropriating Katie is the best option for me. It really is. And I don't want to be lonely. I am a teenager. I would rather not be lonely. So let me go with culture appropriation Tiffany rather than racist Karen. Like, you know what I mean?
You just like remind me of something that I made emphasis to earlier. But let's say now you've got a new friend, you tell your new friend X experiences that have happened to you in the past. So they might listen to you, they might hear you, but whatever.
Yeah.
But because they've told you those experiences in the past, they think that those experiences can't happen now with those set of friends, with new sets of people, with a new dynamic. And I mean it to say, white people especially, they still love to see the power dynamic of you, not just because of racism, but because of simple like trauma porn. Like, why is it that white people love to hear about the stories of how it made me feel or how this happened, instead of being aware that this happened to me, I'm mentally drained that it's happened to me, so I'm going to remove myself from this thing. Like, I've got friends now, I've got white friends that I love and they're fun and stuff, but also I don't want to see them in big groups of people. I don't want to see them with their friends because I don't want to be the only black person in a group. Do you know how much I hate? Bruv, I hate it when they're doing group picture and you're the only person there. You're only person there for the culture. Do you know how many pictures there? It's unsettling. It's unnerving. Let me bring a friend.
Let us speak. Like, let us. And here's the thing, guys. Like, for real. Let us speak in peace without you guys feeling triggered. Like, I swear to God, it's like...
Bro, do you know how much I bite my tongue in this life? Do you know how many times women bite? Honestly, the fact that...
Let me speak and sympathize. Do not feel attacked. Do not feel like, are you talking about me? I don't want to hear any of that shit. Right now, it ain't about you. It's about two black women just speaking their truth. We're not saying y'all are safe. We're not saying, oh, you guys are horrendous evil people. But like, if you do something shitty, why can't you just acknowledge it and move?
Exactly. And this is why...
Don't be stubborn. Don't be stubborn. Like, and if you feel attacked, then you know you've done something, okay? Like,
no, but it's like, if you feel attacked, use Google to understand why. Don't use me. Do not use me. Do not use me, because that's the day you lose my friendship. Because I've decided, like, I don't even want to talk to white people. I don't even want to talk to my white friends about race. If you want to hear it, listen to my podcast. Because if you want to lose a friend because you're not coming correctly, because you think you can use me as Blackopedia, we're going to have problems. we're going to have problems. Mate, do you know how many people will try and talk to me about cultural appropriation just because I'm black? Honey, I was brought up in Windsor. Nobody was doing cultural appropriation. Like, if you, the only time I started seeing it was maybe 2015, 14. So that's pretty much late. Like, don't get me wrong, I saw it mostly in London. No, but this is what I mean. It's like, don't be like, oh, what do you think about this? Bruv, I'm learning with the rest of you. Like, I'm learning with the rest of you.
How often have I done? No, I'm trying to think. I feel like I have definitely done it for sure, and I regretted it straight away. I've had, again, one of my white friends who's like my nearest and dearest. Because I don't like generalizing. Like, there are some white people which, honestly, my love is for you. Like, people like Joe, as you mentioned before, are amazing, but I have done it before, and I will never, ever, 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 ever do again. Do you know how dehumanizing it is convincing somebody that what they've done hurt you? Am I a lab rat? Am I a human right now? Like, it's so puzzling to tell somebody you've hurt me, and then they're arguing to you, no, you're not. You're wrong in how you feel.
Sorry if that hurt you. Take your if, shove it up your ass.
My emotions. So my feelings are wrong. So how I feel isn't right, because how I approach a situation isn't right, because there's an issue with me. They always turn it on you, you know. I've had this so many times where, like, I present an issue, a situation with a white person, and they turn it on. There's an issue with you as a human being. There's a funny. I've had that so many times.
Oh my! Now we get back into it.
I'm the problem. Like, I'm the issue. And I'm just like, okay, maybe I am an issue. Maybe I am this. Maybe I am a narcissist. Maybe I am this, and that.
No, you're right. Do you know why?
Like,
do you know what? Let's speak on it, because that's the thing. I will speak up about how I've been hurt by a situation, and because I haven't. No, so let's say I'm going to talk about its example. Okay, so I spoke up about a situation, right? They apologized, but little did they know that I was trying to distance myself from them for another reason. They think that I was trying to distance them from this racist thing that they could have done.
Do you know how? Do you know how many times I've been in that situation?
So many times. When you're trying to distance yourself from someone, and then they do a madness.
They do a madness.
So you try and distance yourself from someone, and they do a madness whilst you're distancing themselves. So you're like, raw, now Spirit has told me that I need to, rip the Band-Aid off and bring it up. You bring it up.
I've had that. Like, with me.
You bring it up now. Wait, I'm not done. Let me finish. You bring it up now. And they're like, oh my God, I am so sorry for hurting you. What have I done? How have I upset you? And I'm like, what? Should I talk about the 1, the 2, the 3? Okay, I'll talk about the 3 because that's the most recent. Talked about the 3. Now tell me why my name is in a group chat with your friends looking for inconsistencies. Why? Why is my name in a group chat? And look, I don't even care. Full disrespect. I'm saying this with all the shade.
Say it with your chest.
You're in a relationship with your man, yeah? You're in a relationship with your man, right? Mm-hmm. You and your boyfriend can talk about me enough that I will never ever find out. If there's anybody that you trust in this life, it should be your man. But your man is now trying to find inconsistencies with my brand in a group chat. In a group chat. Not even with me, not even with you, but about me in a group chat. What? Like, make it make sense. And this is why I don't like to get involved with people in relationships. Like, I like to mind my business completely when it comes to my friends and my friends' partners, because it's like, you guys are together. You guys can literally talk about me, vent about me, heal about me, support about me. Like, you can do everything in between you two. literally between you two. I don't ever have to find out about it, but it's the fact that I have to find out about it, and then you find inconsistencies with me to make yourself feel better. You were never my friend. You were waiting to be annoyed with me, and that's what I'm disappointed with. It's the fact that, how is it when I speak up about something, then it's, oh, well, you've done this, you've done that, but not even directed at man. Not even directed at man. Honestly.
I remember that because I know this situation and I know it in great deal, and it's a heartbreaking situation. Like, obviously, I know the ins and the outs with what Sarah has just shared, and it's just, it breaks my heart. Like, because seeing as someone who just loves her as a human being, okay, seeing that girl, I was ready to put my earrings off. I was ready to drive up to, you know, the place, and I was like, "Yep, we're doing this." Like, that was a horrible situation. That was unreal. I mean? It was and unreal. It's just like, unreal.
It's just so annoying. But then equally, I lost a friend 2 months before that, and I probably lost a friend 6 months before that. So who am I choosing as fucking friends?
Mate, 2020, bless my friends. I was going through, remember I called you, I'm like, Sarah.
No, like, but you know what it is?
Yeah, there. Because it was a madness, but like, I honestly, at the time, I felt very down about it. I was like, okay, this is like hurting me, because I remember I convinced myself, I am full, there's something wrong with me, and like personality-wise, characteristics, there's something wrong with me, and how I maybe process things and blah, blah, blah. The only conclusion I really have is, yes, there is an issue with me. I choose shitty people, but who I am as a person, nah, nope.
It's a madness.
Take a step back. If you take a step back and you look at life and your friends, like just friends now, forget everything. If you just look at your friends, if you take a step back and you do some properly re-evaluating, you will find your people. I promise you. For a long time, I was not evaluating situations. I'm not looking at situations. I was giving the energy to the wrong people, 100%.
Do you know what? Like 2020, like we were literally locked down for everything lock off. We were in lockdown for literally like majority of the year. So when we first, it's like we decided who we wanted to see, and like the people that we decided to see, it was like, oh, I'm going to give you time because I've been only talking to my parents and my family members and my housemates for X or Y moment, so I'm going to give you time now, but if you choose to disrupt that, I'm going to be quicker to leave you. And I think that is happening with everyone, every single person who, like, I'm sorry, but if I can only have the mental capacity to watch TikToks today and not respond to your texts, that was happening. Do you know what I mean? Wow. Did you feel personally violated by that?
No, I felt that. Like, I felt that.
No, I used to,
2020 for me, that was the biggest cleanse of my life. Sarah, I literally, that whole year, God, thank you Allah, literally, He fixed for me everything, financially, spiritually, emotionally, family, friendships, relationships, whatever you name it. 2020 was the year where Dina's BS, it was done. Like, we were talking about this, how like prior to 2020 and stuff, like I was a lot more unstable, way more unstable, because I had, you know, past traumas and experiences and stuff that I was still not over, and it was just getting worse and worse and worse and worse. But 2020, even like up until now, I would say it's been like a good consistent 5 months where it's just done. Like I've nipped it in the bud, and now I'm dealing with, let's feed what makes me happy. Because I feel like the traumas, the stress, the shitty people, it's like I'm so sure and stable where I am and what I want to do, where friends stand. Like I feel like I've ignored friends a lot. We talk a lot about like mental health and stuff, but I feel like friends is something that I never paid too much attention to, not knowing how much it was actually.
You shouldn't have to, isn't it? It's like,
do you know what I mean?
Friendship should be a chore.
Friendship should be fun. Like when I pick up the phone to you, I should feel like yes. When I stop feeling like yes, then done. And it's so, the freedom you feel when you have good energy around you. I feel
but just real energy around you, authentic energy around you. Like my closest friends uplift me, but my closest friends will be the quickest to be like, Sarah, I don't like that. Like, don't get me wrong, I'm not on smoke all the time, but like it's the fact that, like, okay, let's say an example. I ask you to go do something with me, but then I don't respond to you when I need it to be done. Do you know what I mean? That small idea of flakiness is a reason to
flakiness. Can we talk about it, please?
Don't move your fan to the microphone.
Oh, sorry. I'm so, what? Mate, I'm so hot. Like, I feel like changing.
I know. No, dude. I mean, like, Dina wanted to have 2 outfits prepared for the episode, guys. How funny is that?
Yeah, because we were doing a DMS.
Weirdo.
Is it DMC? Yeah, DMC.
Yes.
And then DMtalks. So I was like, should we have 2 different outfits for you? When we like silently were like, right, we're going to cut them off silently. But then a madness happens. Can we talk about that? I've been in that situation twice where literally they've done nothing. It's just me like, okay, they have done something because I'm like, right, it's time to cut them
but
out.
like what they've done is like, okay, so this is pathetic what I'm about to say, but full transparency, like I wanted to cut someone off from where they cried too quickly, and like that sounds pathetic. No. Wait, because I am a full whole human being, right? And I want to tell you why it was. I didn't cut them off immediately. Sorry, I just realised I interrupted you, but oh well. I didn't cut them off immediately, but basically, said friend, they dish out things and they can't take things. So when they were upset with someone, I encouraged them to like speak their mind.
Yeah.
They got the response and burst into tears. I was like, what? Like, I was just confused. I was honestly shocked. I was like, how is it that out of all the emotions that you have, that all the emotions that I've seen you to have, you go to tears when I've seen you do worse? And I mean it to say...
And they were crying at what you said?
No, they weren't crying at what I said. They were crying at the response that they got.
Oh my God.
And it made me realise that a lot of people in this life like to dish things out and can't take them, right?
Yeah,
a lot of people in their life like to do that. I will never dish it out to next man who can't take it. I'm not going to do that, because if you present to me as someone who's a bit more, not, I don't want to say gentle, but someone who's a bit more like a, like reserved in a way. I'm trying to say, like, so let's say if I had a friend who never swears, right?
Yeah.
I'm not going to swear when I talk to them.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, I swear all the time, but I'm not going to swear when I talk to them, because I know that's not the sort of environment or the space that they hold for themselves or they hold for our relationship.
Yeah.
This person I knew to be a savage. This person I met as a savage. However, now you're tearing when you don't get your own way, when you can't take out the dishes that you give to people. I was like, nah. Hypocrite. Since then, I was like, don't get me wrong, there was reasons that I wanted to cut them off that contributed to that, but the tears was the first one. The tears was like, oh my God, you're crying for this.
Yeah, that's not it. So what happened then? So you then silently was like, right, it's time to cut them out. What happened after that?
So it was just a slow, like, removal of energy.
Yeah.
It was a slow removal of energy. I don't know. The thing is, I don't know. It is kind of, I am so shady. Like, if I'm like, if someone's like, oh yeah, you're distancing myself from you, I'm like, yeah. I don't know.
Sarah, honestly, yeah.
So someone will be like to me,
me. It never works with me. Like,
do you always have to blow up?
So like,
see, I'm one of those people. Do you know that Homer Simpson meme? You know when he's going back to the bushes, to the green bushes? That's me when I'm distancing myself from friendships.
Sorry, it never worked. It's like, it's happened to me twice, like with one girl and another girl. So with the first girl, I was like, Dina, no drama, no big blow-ups, no revelation, just do it silently. Dina, do it silently.
Move in silence. That's so much.
It doesn't work. It never works for me. There's always a madness at the end, because I've noticed I can't keep quiet. Like, I will let you know how much a piece of shit you are. I'm gonna let you know. And my life coach even said this, because I spoke to him about it, because I was like, I just feel like I'm a horrible person, because I could have done it silently, but me, my big mouth, I had to come out and like I did the shadiest of the shadiest of the shadiest of things, because I will let you know how much of a piece of shit you are. I will let you know. I can't stay silent. Even when it's not my business, I'm gonna let you know.
What?
And like when the volcano erupted, I was like, I sat with myself and I'm like, I'm a shitty person, mate. Like, I'm not like.
You need to let people know when they annoy you. But the thing is, it's weird, because I know you and you do. Like, we were on the phone the other day and I said an annoying comment. You're like, dead ass. And I was like, love you, Dina. No, but I respect it.
No, but like, see, this is why, like, it all comes back to, do you respect this person as a human being? Do you respect them, right?
Yeah.
If I've already got shaky grounds of we've had issues, we've had this, we've had that, and then let's say it's all a bit, I don't know, a bit silent, and then like a madness happens, then how I move, I've noticed I don't move in the best of ways, because I don't actually respect you as a human being.
And thank you for coming to DMtalks. Nah, thank you for saying that, because it
like,
just shows
I don't react well. Like, I really, and this is why, like, there is an issue with me, because I then embarrass myself, just to say the least. I embarrass myself because I move like an asshole. I really do. Like, there's an uncomfortable situation, and of course, I'll first try to be nice about it. But if it's like a violation, then I'm very ugly. Like, I get ugly.
No, bro, no, I completely get it. Nice. Like, I get it. Like, it's weird. It's like I became so ugly at boarding school. Like, I would literally violate you like, I would drag you so hard that you did not have self-esteem after you spoke, like, to me. You didn't have self-esteem after you spoke, because I didn't care. Because it's like I was so far removed from the people that I was cursing that they were going to get a new life force from being dragged by me. Like, I'm quite an egotistical person when it comes to dragging, and like because I had to do that from a young age, I wanted to lose that in my older ages, but really it's actually driven my intuition, and I need to find better ways I need to find better ways of communicating those boundaries so I don't have to blow up. Don't get me wrong. Sometimes the best sometimes the right thing to do is to cuss someone out, and I will never stand by that. Sometimes the right way is to cuss someone out, and that is the truth. Especially as a black woman, sometimes the right way is the truth.
Thank you.
My mum always
you.
Say,
I love
Sarah, if someone gives you nonsense, you give them nonsense. Like, you want to party with me? Okay. Okay, we can dance. Let's dance.
My mom, she's so funny. My mom has never taken the high road. Like, she does not take that. My mom is like, in school, like, I tell her, like, Mom, like, X, Y, and Z happened. She was like, right, and what did you do? Did you hit him back? Like, that's my mom. Like,
same. My mom.
Sometimes us being a savage.
Maybe it's the Sudanese in us. Maybe it's the East Africans in us, because my mom literally would say the same thing. She'd be like, Sarah, if someone hits you, you hit them back.
Exactly.
Oh wait, I can feel connections work. But it's weird one, because it's like I fully get it, especially as being as isolated as we were as children. Like, I definitely understand that whole idea of like, you come at me, so I need to come at you 10 times harder, so you know never to come back to me again. Like, it's weird when like, what is it? It was so funny, because sometimes I actually felt bad for the people that was cursing, because it was like, there were people that would cuss me, and then their friend would try to give me a little bit of cuss, and then I would give both of them the heat, both of them the destruction, so that they never ever mentioned my name again. But it's madness, because like, I remember I got into some beef in what's it called, at uni, and I decided I wanted to take the high road, because I don't know, maybe I subconsciously wanted to be the good black, and I think because I chose to take the high road, they tried to take the advantage of the situation and look for inconsistencies in me and look to bring me down. They will never know peace in their life. They will honestly never know peace in their life, because realistically, I was actually gaslighted and I was manipulated to not be able to speak out for myself. And I know if I ever were to come forward with what had happened, people would be like, oh my God, Sarah, I can't believe this, I can't believe that. No, believe it, because you contributed to it. You contributed because you chose not to speak to me and you chose to talk to your white peers about me. So that is why you'll never know peace, because you decide again and again and again that you don't want to listen to black women, you know?
100%. And this is like not to even like advocate for us being shady or horrible, like both me and Sarah collectively, like I have done things that I'm not proud of and stuff, but like there is 100%, like, and I'll say that with my chest, but honestly, like taking the high road as we have been, like, and just trying and giving the benefit and over and over again, it
giving the people the benefit of the doubt. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt, but like giving the benefit of the doubt for people to use that same doubt to gaslight man.
Yeah,
make it make sense.
It's so jarring. It's super fucking. It's so. I have even the words to say it. I don't even. Sorry, I'm
when Malcolm X said, I might be paraphrasing here, that racism is psychological warfare, I learned that again at uni. And it's depressing how, regardless of what situations I bring myself into, because I'm the black woman, I will always have to learn a new form of psychological warfare. I don't have time to do that in friendships. I don't have time to do that in new friendships, especially if friendships are supposed to be fun and fulfilling. Like, what?
Yeah. See, like, this is what I want to ask you now. In this moment in time, right? What's the date today? Let's do this. It's 5:45 on the 27th of June. Sarah, DMtalks. Where do you stand with friendships?
I don't want any new friends.
Are you in a battle?
No. So basically,
you in a battle? Where are you?
I want to work on my existing relationships. If red flags occur, I need to communicate those boundaries, because I know I'm only deterring myself. But I also know that friendships come in all capacities. So like, you can take things from people, you can it's weird, because it's like friendships shouldn't be transactional, but some friendships do need that sort of like exchange, you know? And like, right now, I guess where I stand is like, I just want to work on my. Don't get me wrong, if I meet new people and we vibe, sick. Let's vibe together and like let's like push each other. But I definitely will not be vulnerable with you. Not for like I wholeheartedly, and I say this with my entire chest. I will not be vulnerable with you until you've proven yourself to me. For what?
100%.
For literally 100%. For what? Like, for me to get hurt, I feel like you to be like, "Hey, Sarah DM did this." Sarah DM will slap you across your head, and you'll know it. Because how is it that podcast after podcast, episode after episode, like life theme after life theme, we're still talking about the same shit? Like, I'm breaking this pattern, and if breaking the pattern means choosing violence, like, then like,
I'm gonna choose violence. Like, honestly,
I'm gonna choose violence. And violence doesn't have to be physical. Violence can be cussing you out, and I will go back and go through.
By the way, sorry, because I just remembered this. There's this one situation, and off the pod, I'll give you the details. There's this one situation where, because I've done a madness, like generally, Sarah, I did a madness. Okay, it wasn't that bad. It wasn't that bad, but like,
wait, was your madness? Okay, so go on.
So like, I did a madness. It wasn't even that mad. I just did like one thing. And like it's super weird. Like, what I did wasn't bad, but basically it just wasn't my place to do that madness.
Okay, yeah. So you went out of your way to take madness.
I went out of my way to do the madness because justice had to be served.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And no, honestly, that's how I feel.
I love how you have that hand. But no, I get it.
Yeah. So then, like that. So that was basically my madness. So my madness wasn't that bad. It was just none of my business madness, right? Yeah. And I have voluntarily taken the evil cap, because people would rather have that rather than accept the truth that I had to share. Because what I said...
Oh my God, speak on it. Let me know. Let me actually let you speak on it, because every time I have a guest as a friend on, I interrupt them. So
it's all right. It's cool. It's cool. Babe. No, genuinely, like, I have voluntarily taken the hat off. She's the evil, angry, horrendous person. But everyone in their little guts and souls know that the madness that I shared is the truth. But it makes life easier for the human beings involved that if the madness that I said wasn't true. It's a painful truth. It's a horrible truth that no one wants that madness to be true. But it's like, and it's so sad, like, and I'm kind of looking back on it. The only reason why I'm taking this L, and the only reason why I'm voluntarily wearing this mad, like, she's a bitch hat, is because I kind of like, I'm like, Dina, at the end of the day, you like, what you did, you shouldn't have done that. You shouldn't have done that. But in that moment, in that time, in that situation, what I did felt right. And I'm like, no, cut the bullshit. This is what I want. Like, in that moment, like, at that time, that's what happened. And I remember, like, when everything was, like, unfolded, like, I felt like a horrible person. I'm like, why did I do that? Blah, blah, blah. Like, I felt super guilty. I felt really bad. And I spoke to my life coach about it. And he's like, no, listen, babe. Like, he didn't say babe. Why did I overuse babe?
No, it's fine.
He's like, no. He was like, listen, what you did was right. So not worried. He's like, what you said was right. Everything that you did was right. The reason why it unfolded so ugly is because time and experience and life experience didn't allow you for that to be unfolded right. Do you know what I mean? It's a
explain it more.
Okay, so we are young. Like, let's be like, what? 24?
No, we're young.
Like,
we're young.
We're
young. Not young and naive.
Not young and naive. We're still learning so much.
Period.
And, like, deep there, we're super, super, super young. Okay, so we do not have enough life experience at all for us to be making the right decision. We're gonna f up, and I promise you, Dina will f up tomorrow, and the day after that, she'll probably f up even more. You know what I mean? But we just need to stop beating ourselves up for doing this. We need to learn. Don't do it again. That wasn't nice. Blah blah blah. But I'm still like, I'm wearing this L cap, and like, I shouldn't be wearing this L cap, but I'm wearing it because I made a mistake. Do you know what I mean? Does that make sense? So an extreme madness. Take this from me, because I've had this quite a few times. When your friend has an extreme madness, you have to just silently, not ghost, but just kind of disappear. Let them know that you weren't happy with it. Like, don't go into details. Like, let them know, like, that wasn't cool. But you have to be very, very neutral, and then you just have to slowly back up a bit. Don't be rude. Don't be mean. Don't bring it up. Do not get involved, babe. If you're listening to me,
you're so funny.
And just disappear. No, genuinely though, it's I wish what I've done, man.
No, but it's hilarious. It's hilarious. It's hilarious, because are you speaking on my live? People would rather listen to the comfortable lies than to listen to my truth. So if you want to take that L, take that L.
Yeah. It's calm. I have the L cap. It's cool.
But the thing is, do you know what distracts me as well? And we're actually going to get back into this for the tarot, because it's given me some inspiration for our tarot reading. But what distracts me is the fact that people comfortable with people want the comfortable lie, then even choose. You don't even have to listen to my truth, but it's the fact that you haven't given me a choice. If you don't want to believe my truth, then that's another story. But it's the fact that you haven't even given me the opportunity to speak my truth, because you'd rather hear a narrative of an angry black woman than actually listen to what I've had to say. Because I know myself and I know you. We're one of those people that if you bring a valid point up in an argument, you're like, you're right. We'll compliment the way that you said it. We will literally be like,
100%.
If you tell me that I've done something wrong and I agree with you, now you're straight. Honey, tell that to my therapist. Do you know what I mean? I will literally be like, yes, I will not even fight against it, because I'm open to seeing where I've gone wrong. But that's the thing. People are so much more listening to comfortable lies than to listen to painful truth, because it disrupts their own train of thought. This one friend now, how is it that she wanted to talk to me, but the talk never happened? Then she started making excuses to why she couldn't make that talk. Little did she know that I know that she's meeting people who live literally 2 roads away from me, but she just didn't have the chance to see me.
To face the truth. She didn't want to face the truth.
She didn't want to face the truth. And then so I don't know about you, but I'm one of those people that are comfortable with sending like long messages. Like I personally think talking face to face is like the best way, because you can see their tone, you can see their behavior, you can see you can actually digest how the conversation's going. And plus texting can be deep, when you send like a full stop instead of let's say if I say okay with a full stop instead of okay, you might think I'm in beef with you. Maybe not so much now because we're grown, but texting online can be a bit more intense than it needs to be. But needless to say, I'm one of those people that are comfortable sending messages. I was talking to my therapist about it, and he basically...
I actually disagree with you that if, God forbid, if me and you beef, we're doing it face to face, I'm not texting.
Oh yeah. No, but
I hate texting.
I mean, yes, but it's that whole thing of if someone's in your story and if someone, okay, so let's say if someone's hurt you and someone's done you wrong and that is the only way of contacting them, you need to let them know so you can let it go. I have been gaslighted so much that me writing things down has literally been me trying to not even convince myself that I'm right, but convince myself that I'm human, because the way that I've been gaslighted in this life is unearthed. I would never wish that on anyone, honestly, the way that I've been gaslighted in life.
Can I please share something?
And I will... No, because I haven't finished.
Sorry.
It's so funny because in the conversation we'll be like, yes, no, sorry, no, yes, oh, you'll say that. We're doing ad-libs like there's no tomorrow. But Mama. So from the way that I've been gaslighted in life, I will write things down because people will try and lie on my name. And because I've been gaslighted so much, sometimes I don't even believe things will happen to me. And then I find out 3 months later in therapy, and then I've got delayed anger. Let me tell you now so that we can let it go together, right? So I say that to say, I understand that that conversation or that it's if you're saying it on a platform instead of saying it to face, it's not as accessible to actually get to know someone on, or get to get a feel of what they're saying. But equally, if that hasn't been given to you as a dark-skinned black woman for so long, then you're gonna get a message that makes you feel uncomfortable. Not even just black people, but women are forcibly, aggressively gaslighted on their mistreatment. So if I tell you something, I'm telling you with all my bloody demons. And it's really, really personal to me because I have been disrupted and I've been offended, but I know I have to live in my body, so I need to pick up whatever this flesh suit has, whatever this brain has, and keep on walking. I mean this to say, sorry, I'm keep on digressing, but I mean this to say, if I send you a message and that's what's the word? Well, let's say it's out of the blue. Let's say it's just, I don't know, whatever it is, it just might be a shock to you. The same patience that you have given yourself to deny what you've done to me is the same patience you should take reading that letter, reading those messages. One of the recent friend that I just lost, she complained at me. She's like, oh, I've seen you do this to countless others. Let's just pause.
I've heard of that. No. Can we have a moment of silence? Because I've had that as well. So let's just breathe.
Let it breathe, okay? Let me breathe. Because
I feel that on a whole level.
A survivor comes out and speaks out. They speak out for 1,000 voices that weren't heard. And then for a friend of me to say that I've seen you do this countless others, be Pacific. Be Pacific, Sha. Be Pacific. Because every single time you chose to help me with a grounding exercise, you choose to help me with a breathing exercise, you choose to help me with this, you choose to help me with that, you were really thinking, oh God, we're doing this again.
Yeah.
That's what you were thinking. And you could have presented yourself in a way that wasn't as emotionally available, so I didn't have that vulnerability with you. But you chose to be vulnerable because you wanted to please me, you wanted to be cute with me, you wanted to be my friend. And now you want to use that same information against me.
Yeah, that's what...
That honestly, it disturbed. I would be rather called every swear word in the book than have that happen to me again.
That's a punch to the face.
Because it actually makes you think, who am I giving this information to? Who am I sharing it to?
If they are so
quick to fire. No, but remember when I called you and we were literally in the park and you were literally, Sarah, you cannot be friends with people who are too quick to be nice to you. And I had to learn that from the hard way. Because it's disturbing.
Because those are the friends, and when that happens, like you just rightfully just said, I would rather someone call me all the names under the sun than use instead of them using my vulnerability against me.
Yeah.
Against me. Are you okay? Do you know how...
Are you mad? I don't talk to people.
You know how twisted you have to be to use my pain. You're using that against me, someone who is meant to be someone who helped me with my pain, someone who is like my friend. My brain can't, I can't compute it.
Bro, and literally.
In light of that, I wanted to ask you if you've ever had this, because this to me, I literally laughed. I actually laughed. I wasn't even going to entertain this. I was like, no, we're just sick. So, where has she gone?
No, I'm just putting my phone on charge, sorry.
Okay. You're at the stage where the bridge has to be burned, okay? The bridge has to be burned, it's happening, blah, blah, blah. Have you ever had emotional labor? I legit have had someone tell me that I was not putting in enough effort to talk about the situation, blah, 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 blah. I remember... madness happened, we're mad at each other, we're ignoring each other, I'm calling, I'm texting, and there's only so much calling and texting that I can do, right? Then it was radio silence, then again I call, blah blah blah, because even though with me, even if I don't like you and I know the friendship is done, I will give you the respect to end it properly while having a conversation.
See, I'm different with you. I won't give you that respect. It's like I was giving you respect for, let's say, X months. That when I want to give you the disrespect, I'm not even talking to you. I'll block.
I instant block and delete. No,
nobody's about blocking.
Because it's not about closure. It's just about, I have to let you know how much I hate you. Like, you need to know this.
Okay, fair. Because no, but it's like,
I'm joking. No, it's closure.
Not fair and not fair.
It's closure. Like, let's just talk and then that's it.
I don't believe in closure. Sometimes. Okay, so go on.
I love closure. I love a good closure session.
See,
but then I only have two people where, like, I've never had closure, and like I'm like, yeah, I don't want. I feel like the friendship was so bad that I don't even need closure. Do you know what I mean? Like I rebuke it. Like, I don't want to do that. But anyway, this friend was mad because she felt like I wasn't putting in enough effort to talk to her about the situation. I'm like, babe, I got receipts. I was like, I called you X amount, I messaged you X amount of times. Not once did you respond. She was like, no, but like, you have to come to my front door. You have to do this. You have to do that. I'm like,
So you want me to be a big friend?
Labor. Yeah,
so you want me to be a big friend. You want me to chase
because
you?
They're so.
I promise you, in this God, in this God, I will not chase. I will not chase. I don't even chase my own parents. Why do I chase you?
Yeah, because they're so convinced that I'm wrong. They were like, they've done nothing wrong. Like this, they believe this. They believe that I'm only wrong. They've done nothing wrong. And even if they do believe a little bit, my person did wrong, they don't really care. They're like, oh, it's not that deep. Her madness was 10 times worse than my madness. She should be on my knees. They legit said this to me, but it's the same person. Oh, sorry.
Yeah, no, I'm listening. I'm just writing notes for the next thing that I want to tell you.
Sorry. Yeah, no, so I'll finish it off now. This is the same person that said that I'm racist, the same person that said that I have to beg on my knees. Like,
no.
Her ancestors were slave owners. Her ancestors are slave owners. The only way that I can explain this kind of information, by the way, this is the same person posting a black square. This is the same person writing Black Lives Matter. Like, honestly, it was a madness. Like that level of zero respect and empathy was just like, whoa. Like, you're cute, bye-bye.
The last friend whose boyfriend was racist to me literally said to me, I don't know why he did that or why he would make you feel uncomfortable, because he wouldn't do that to his black guy friends. Omo, look at what you've read. If you're saying that with your own chest, that means he has a problem with dark-skinned women, which is more common than him speaking out to a black man, because he's still in fear.
Can I say something?
Say something. Speak on it.
Have you not realised, sorry, my nose look cute. Have you not realised that in black friendships, for real now, white women are so much more nicer to black men than to black women?
Oh.
Can we talk about that?
Is my name Sarah DM or is my name Seerah DM? the way that people would respect, bruv, the same black.
It's weird.
The same white.
By the way, and the same goes for like white men. Way nicer to black men than like black women. Like, can we
because
talk
black
about
women are always going to be at the bottom. That black women.
We are, yeah.
We're always a bit at the bottom. So it's like, oh, they can get it. Oh, they can get the vim. They can get the vim. I was listening to a story recently about how a woman was abused, and like just because of the way that she was abused, I know she was dark skinned, because people genuinely think that their skin can take more. And it's terrifying.
It's terrifying, and it's even worse when you bring these issues to the forefront. And like I've noticed, like I just gave up with white people, because it doesn't matter how much I say, they will always see me as the crazy black woman. Period. All of my ops see me that way. Like all of my ops see me that way. I'm gonna stay that way. Like I'm done. I resign. Matt Hancock, I resign too, baby. I'm with you. Let's both resign.
But it's funny that you say that, because literally
it's true. I feel like you can't change them. These ops, like they're the same. They have the same ideas. They have the same notion. That's why the only thing I'm going to say with the new friends is, you can't change people. As crazy as that may sound, you cannot change people. When you start being friends with somebody, you seriously have to take your time with letting that person in. You have to take your time.
Period.
Because I'm so mad that these ops know about my vulnerability. Like, it's so jarring that they're walking.
It's so jarring, isn't it?
Knowing, like, it's so sad. So just be careful about like who you let into your life, like who you just let in. Yeah, that's it.
Period.
And the second point, I don't blame my ops. I blame myself. I love my ops. I really, wallahi, truly do. I love them because they made me realize that I was doing something wrong in my life. And now, because of them, I've been able to improve. And I thank them for that. You're only going to learn from your mistakes. It's true, though.
No, but it's true.
Like, these were my mistakes.
It's just like...
It's so... I love them because...
Dina.
It's true. I'm not even being sarcastic. I'm so serious. What mum's life, the love I have for them is unreal.
Oh my God.
Because of, like, who I am now... It's like, I don't think I would have been here. I mean, partially would not have been here if it weren't for my ops. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you for the pain.
Oh my God.
Because now I can see the light and I can appreciate the light.
Oh my God.
You don't know what happiness is if you haven't experienced pain. I've experienced pain.
I mean, true.
Now I know what happiness is, period. So,
but then also, why should you have to experience it's again, like, you were met with picking one of two evils, and now you're able to embrace happiness and abundance. Cute, but why was that even the choice? Like, that shouldn't have had to go through that. Like, no. You shouldn't.
Okay. Yeah, I know.
Have had to go through that.
My parents, they came to these countries, okay, and my parents did not know what British and Dutch society.
No, true.
Like,
how old were your parents when they came?
They were in their 30s, 40s. Yeah.
Okay, so like they were like fairly, like they were like grown. They were grown.
Yeah, they were grown, and they've lived all, like, imagine in your 40s and you move to a completely different society, right? My parents did not. They didn't know. They like only my mom only realizes now that I wish I raised my kids in a more multicultural society. Only now that she really is accepting that. And there's so many black families that do. They move to very predominantly white areas, and the kids, they might go through all of this. Do you know what I mean?
Kids suffer. Kids suffer,
right? And because I've suffered, I will never put my kids. So I've ended the cycle. So that's why I understand that. Why do you have to go through that? But Sarah, like, that's like, we have to go through shitty situations to learn, and we have to end these cycles. So that's what I'm at.
Why is it that categorically black women are going through more violent and more abusive cycles?
Because
that's what I have a problem with. No, but that's what I have a problem with. Like, and I know you do too. But I'm saying, like, why is it that non-black people can use racism as personal development, whilst people are literally being assaulted, attacked, and hurt in the masses? Like, that disturbs me. And if you are white, if you are non-black, and that doesn't disturb you too, you are most likely racist. Like, how can you feel comfortable watching that something happened to someone, and if your empathy doesn't extend, and I'm not trying to say that I'm trying to prove it to you, but I'm trying to say that's disturbing, and I choose to be a bit more discerning with where I put my energy, where I put my people, where I put my friends, where I put my relationships. Like, the same person, right, who would help me with my grounding exercise was the same person who said, saw you do this to countless others. And even now, this is like, let me tell you this, how fucking messed up this is. Oh, wait up.
Be careful.
Oh, okay. Be careful. No, I was gonna. But like,
I've struggled during this podcast. I'm like, have I just done it?
No, because I'm trying to say it in a way that isn't. It's like my gut's telling me not to say it, but also, if I say it, what can happen? I can just edit it out. Do you know what I mean?
You know what? Just say it, and if you don't like it, then you can always edit it out.
Exactly, mate. The same babe who gave me grounding exercises, who said, "Oh, I've seen you do this counter to others." Dina, this is why I am at fault with the patterns, right, babe? I asked her to stop talking about her racist boyfriend to me because she kept on telling me about, like, the romantic stuff that they did, right? Do you know what she said to me? If we get married, you're going to have to get over it. She actually said that with all the vim in the world. And then, I know, she said, if we get married, you're going to have to get over it. Right? And
yeah, you're not adding.
Because I was like, she said it, and I was like, what? And she was like, no, but thank you for telling me about your emotions, because I know how much this stuff makes you feel uncomfortable. I was like, well, halali, I cannot. Because, you know what, I'm happy that she said it. Because so many of my friends' boyfriends have been racist to me, and that's how they think. She just had the confidence to say it. She had the vim to say it. When this happened in university and my friend's boyfriend was racist to me, she thought the relationship would surpass my experiences of racism, so she didn't she didn't stand up for me when she could have, right? I've been going through this since I was a child. This friend, this fake friendship, this friend of me, she wasn't the first person to do this to me, but I promise you she'll be the last. How dare you say to me that? Because I know who I am. I promise you, if I came to that wedding, I would literally stand up. You know that moment where they're like, does anybody have any... Bruv, I'll stand up, and I'll fight your bridesmaids if they even dare try it. I don't give an eck. Like,
Sarah, no. Don't ruin the wedding.
No, but I mean, like, realistically, I should have said to her, I wouldn't come to your wedding. That's what I would have said. But the fact that you still wanted my... I know the dynamic, because it's like, I was able to provide her emotional support. The boyfriend was now racist. So now, when she was talking about, oh, he did this, oh, he did that, she wanted me to be like, oh, that's cute. Honey, am I in a throuple? Am I in a relationship with your man? I don't care about how cute he is. I don't care how cute his mum is. Like, I literally am here for you. I'm not here for him. So when I said, can you just stop talking about him to me, which I've done to multiple people in friendships, like, I cannot even begin to tell you how many times I've done it.
I've done that. Yeah.
You chose to say you're going to have to get over it if you're married. Bruh, in more time, he hasn't even proposed. More time, he hasn't even proposed.
How about, babes? How about this, babes? How about we get him first to be faithful, and then maybe we can entertain marital thing. How about that? I'm guessing you're going to cut that out. You can go.
No, I'm going to leave it in. I don't think he's an unfaithful person, but the fact that is, he's bad vibes.
Oh, God.
He's bad vibes. He's a racist. Maybe he's racist. He's a racist.
Do you have that bit where
you said it with your whole you said it with your whole body, your whole vim, and I'm happy that she said it because it made me realize how delusional people are in relationships, how they think their love will surpass social justice. Social justice issues.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Because let's say if someone's homophobic, let's say if someone's discriminatory of gender, and they're like, oh no, it's fine, don't worry about it, it was a mistake. Bruv, I'm not here to be your mistake. I'm not here to be used as personal development. I'm just existing, Shah. I'm just out here being present.
Can I ask
But there's something in you that makes you think that I should still be subservient to you. And I'm actually quite upset at any time that I genuinely thought that I was the problem, because I was just out here, experienced racism, and then wanted to leave the person who was racist. I never told you to stop seeing the man. I just wanted to mind my business. I just wanted to be, out of sight, out of mind. And I think it's a sticky one because, yes, I think I want to take accountability of... the thing is, when I block innit? I'm like... because I hate... Oh, let me go back to my notes now. I hate... It's like I've been desperate for this long and now I have to take up for it. Now I have to make time for it. Now I'm like, oh, okay. And this babe has never seen me fight or never seen me scream in a way that was directed to her space. So she thought that she could talk anyhow. Tell me, when I bump into her in a park, she's trying to wave at me. What?
Yeah, that's a bit tough.
Where was the vim? Where was the energy? And it's weird because it's like a part of my ego will be like, you should have fucking got them. It's like I got my mum's voice in my head being like, someone hits you, you hit them back, Shah.
Yeah,
but equally, I don't want to... It's like that whole thing that we were saying at the beginning. People do hurtful things. That is their journey. How we react to the things people do is our journey. I don't want to be as ugly as you have been to me because I don't want that experience weighing me down, but it's still present, you know? Sorry, you were trying to say something. With
that particular situation, so Yolanda, that's what I'm going to call her. She's a Yolanda. Now I want to change her name to Perry. So this Perry thought that, so he's racist. He's the big R. I can't think of anything worse than being a racist, to be honest with you. So he's a racist, and she's told you with her whole chest that you, Sarah Daramoy, about wellness, about social justice, about everything, you are going to have to get over him being racist because they're going to be married. That's her thought. Okay, cool. Your relationship has to do with him being an asshole. Make it make sense. You're going to be married to an asshole. Do you want to be married to an asshole? Cool, congratulations. At least it's nice that you acknowledge that he's an asshole. I appreciate that. And I appreciate that your whole chest are even entertaining the thought of getting a ring on with an asshole. I respect that, but I'm out. Get over it. Okay. Woof, I'm going to get over it now.
No, but literally, that. I think that's why I'm so comfortable with blocking, because it's that whole thing of you said that to me, then you wasted my time when you said you wanted to talk to me, to then try and bring me madness in 2021 when this could have been ended in 2020. Nah, block. And it's a weird one because there's a part of me that wanted, to release by talking. But it's like, why should I even give you that opportunity when you literally said to me that you're going to have to get over it if we get married?
I'm going to be really, really, really honest with you. Both me and you collectively, we've gone through madnesses. My main issue was growing up in predominantly white area. That was the issue number one. I'm sorry. If you made it through, congratulations. I didn't. Barely. I'm
I barely made it through, let alone you.
Barely made it through. Barely made it through. So I'm a bit like, now that we're out of it, like we're adults and we can choose as a society, we can properly choose our friends. Because when you're in school, yeah, like when I'm studying English and I'm only sat with, you know, these people, I don't really have much choice. Now I have a choice. I can finally make my own decisions because I've grown up. And the only thing that I've left with, the only thing I really have to say is whatever feeds you. Okay.
Whatever feeds you grows.
No, not that. Cut it out. Okay, the only thing that I'm really walking away with is whatever's giving you life, let it grow. Whatever is not, ignore it. Like the only thing that I'm walking away with when it comes to friendships is, if it's not feeding you, let it go. If it's not like anything, one red flag, I'm bouncing. But I doubt that I would even get to that red flag, because for me to actively call you now my friend is difficult. Like you're not coming into my life easily before, and that's not just because of past traumas or because we don't trust people. It's generally that, like, you just need to, what are you doing?
I'm burning Palo Santo.
Oh, cute. Yeah, just honestly, you're not going to come in, like, I'm so, like, the energy I have around me is just so, I mean, you saw it yesterday, the energy I have around me is so beautiful and wholesome. Pure, like proper love, people that love me for me. And like reading all like my birthday cards and stuff, man, what that said never changed, Dina. Like it really.
Oh yeah, never changed. Beautiful. Never changed, Dina. You're so authentic and you're so loyal and you're so kind. So like, period. Like, don't ever change, especially for some dusty people that probably don't wash their legs. Like what? Like what? Like how does that make sense? Like make it make sense. I'm taking advice from people that don't know how to exfoliate properly. Karas on a yacht in Dubai.
In Dubai. In a thong. Literally, that's what I'm on. I'm on smoke. I want to shake my ass on a yacht in Dubai in a thong. That's it. Period. Okay, last question I have for you. And I want us to ask each other this. Are you happy right now? Genuinely? When it comes to friendships, because that's what the podcast is about.
I don't know. I think I am. Okay. It's a weird one because I yes and no. Like there's something in my chest that's quite defiant. So like it's something that I need to internally work on, because the people that are present in my life, I value, I appreciate, I nourish, and I want to see them grow. But equally, because I have had, it's like this self-awakening, this identity that I have now is beautiful. Does that identity reflect every friend choice that I've made before this time?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So that's why I don't want to say yes wholeheartedly, because like, let's say you 100% ding, 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 because we've grown with each other and we've evolved with each other. But equally...
Can we, hang on, let's talk about our friendship for a moment. Because we haven't, like, we've spoken a lot about experiences and stuff. I'll just say it quickly in a nutshell. Sarah, Dari Moy, deadass, is the only, I mean, I've had black girls in my year, like, I think 3 or 4, seriously. Yeah. She's the first black woman I've had in the same classroom as myself.
Oh, really?
Seriously. In a classroom, like in my year, really? I've had that. Like, yeah, I've had that. But like have like a lesson with another black woman, you're definitely the first. Really? Now I remember the first time she walked in biology, because she was late, obviously. She walked in and I was just like,
who's that?
What? Yeah. Who's that? And we were in school for 2 years together because it was sixth form, and we weren't like, we were definitely not friends to begin with. Like we just didn't talk.
Yeah.
But we were never friends, we were just good acquaintances, and it was towards the end.
Yeah.
It was the end, like the end of sixth form, where there was that mutual likeness, and then I don't even remember. I'll be really honest with you. Like I don't remember what happened in between, but for some reason we had a coffee together, like out of nowhere. And I don't know why we even had a coffee. I don't even know.
I think either you shouted me or I shouted you, and I was like, I'm going to Costa, do you want to come?
And it was super random because we didn't really talk. But then we had a Costa coffee.
Did I give you a tarot reading?
What's this history? Yeah. You gave me a tarot reading. Yeah. You gave me a tarot reading, and that was the first time we met. And like it was super weird. But yeah, like, and then from then, like, it's just been like a natural Like we just grew together, and like
I think we've just evolved each other, because it's like we met in sixth form, but like I can't lie to you, like I was quite rude in sixth form, like but it wasn't like just to you. I was just rude to everyone. Like I didn't.
She came from boarding school, so she was not okay.
Do you know what I mean? Like I was like a wounded warrior. Like when people tried to talk to me too much, I was like, I don't want to listen. Like I was very, very. It's weird because it's like people know me so differently. Like if Dina in sixth form sort of knew Dina now, she probably wouldn't think that me and you would have been as close as we were. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, and like to be fair, like Sarah had that, but in sixth form, how I felt, I was rock bottom.
Yeah.
Proper, like rock bottom, because for whatever reasons, but like I was like rock bottom, so I just felt like we were just not meant to be friends in that specific time. In that time,
well, it's like we didn't
it was not meant to be.
It's like we didn't have the space to like hold for each other, like
we didn't
independently, let alone like together. But I find it mad because it's like well, I mean, just through faith we grow, innit? And it's like we both have our own faith independently, and then we would govern towards each other, and now we're good friends, and that's beautiful, and I'm excited for the friendship and the memories to come. 100%. But equally, it's the fact that like we're not complete. Like if there's something that you don't like, you will surface. If there's something that I don't like, you will surface. And because nothing in this life is by force, we've literally just come together. It's just been a lovely
it's been so like, it's been the craziest like natural thing in the world. And like even when like me and Sarah like pull each other up on things, it doesn't even feel like she's pulling me up on something. Like she just casually be like, no, like babe, like don't
Dina,
it's so like normal. Yeah, it's like that, and it's like a joke, not even a joke, but like I don't even feel the she's coming at me. She just says in that moment in time, is like is that really the best way of doing it? Like she just says it in that casually and normally, and it never feels that way. But have Betty say it to me, and she'll get a slap to the face.
You're so funny. You're so funny.
I'm done. Honestly.
My laptop. Yeah, okay, cool.
I remember I actually said this to one of my white friends once, like, I don't fuck with white people anymore, and she was so offended.
But the thing is, like, I'm sorry, but how many people have died post George Floyd, let alone before that, and you're out here telling me that you're offended by white or black person?
If you're offended, stay offended, because I don't give a fuck.
No, but it's like
stay offended.
Stay offended and never speak to me. Stay offended and never even look at me, because it's like I don't have like the people who are for you will never pass you by. I have so many authentic friendships with non-black people that I know that I'm always going to that we're always going to be there for each other. Or if we're not always there for each other, we're always going to pick up where we left off. From boarding school, I was able to learn the beauty of low maintenance friendships, because it made me realize that if the love is there, you'll find time for each other. However, what I won't stand for is when people choose to use my past, my conflict, my old banter, my old way of living against me.
Yeah.
Because it's you that will lose. Everybody on my team wins. People don't understand that yet. Every single person on my team wins. You're lucky to have my friendship, because if you lose me as a friend, you have to live in a Sarah-less life. You have to live in a Sarah, and I'm going to leave you with that.
Yeah. I'm going to leave you guys with, Oh, sorry, yeah.
I was going to say, how would you like to finish DM.Talks? No, not DM.Talks. Decoding the Messes, sorry.
Decoding the Messes. Okay. My ops, I love you. Deadass, I love you. Y'all helped me grow. Thank you, my ops. I love you. Wish you the best. What else? Dina, I'm proud of you. This is me just talking to myself now.
No, go for it.
So fucking proud of myself. Deadass, like literally, because of the messes, because of everything. Like who I am now, and the like, I know you're still kind of going through it, but with me, like, because I've been going through it so long, it's like I'm out. Like I feel like I'm out of it. I feel like there will be more messes happening in the future, but how I'm going to approach those messes will 100% be like different, because I don't have trauma or pain that I need to deal with. Like my trauma, I'll openly talk about it. It happened. It doesn't make me sad anymore. If anything, I feel empowered by it. I feel so empowered by it. There's no point of me crying like, oh, why did that even have to happen? It happened, move on. The only thing that I can do is just break the cycle and keep it moving. Like, I literally, it's like, I knew I'm good. Like, look, listen, if anyone listens to this, you know you're good if you feel nothing. Like, if you feel nothing but love or nothing. And that's why I feel I've got no grudges, I've got no pain, I've got, oh, hello, fly. Do you see that?
No, I did. I'm sorry, I was looking at something else.
I think you'll see when you edit it. Yeah, like if you genuinely feel like, of course, in the moment, like you're angry when you have to burn these bridges. You're angry when you made a complete fool of yourself. You're angry when you feel like, damn it, like why didn't you just trust yourself? Like, why did you do this? Why did you that? We can sit here all day long and be like, why, and be angry, hold grudges. But life's too short for that. And I feel like I'm at the end, like, you know, you're good. When you just feel nothing but I wish you nothing but the best, and the people who you have in your life now that are feeding you, invest your time in them, invest in yourself, and keep it moving. Like, honestly, nothing but love over here. Honestly, nothing but love. And I
beautiful way.
Genuinely.
Beautiful way to end Decoding the Messes, because it just shows you your growth, and it just shows you of how you are able to use your life experiences to move forward and just drive your intuition. So no, that's beautiful. Decoding the Messes, we talked a lot about everything to do with fake friends, white people who want to be black, beautiful authentic white people, also red flags and some scary stories. I guess where I want to leave it is like, number one, again, trust your intuition, because that's a lesson that I hope you learn or appreciate every time you hear me and my guest decoding the mess. That was a bar, you know? That was a bar. I can't, me and my guest decoding the mess.
That's a good
one. Manny, DM, I'm coming for you. No, I'm joking. But what was I going to say? Like, I don't know. I respect and I appreciate and I love everything that you just said, but from where my mindset, I don't know, like I'm currently at this stage where my flashbacks distract me so much from my present that I'm just trying to more ways to find, like, to be grounded. And I think when I've found that, maybe I'll be able to share a similar perspective to you.
Yeah,
but
100%.
For now, I want people to be cautious of the red flags and be wary of how vulnerable they are to people, because your vulnerability is so precious. Like, if you're good at opening up to people, mate, stay that way, because that's so pure and that's so beautiful. And only, even though you will go through harsh lessons in life, because we all do in this life, the purity that you give out in the world will be so given back to you. I 100% believe that. But if you're someone like me who isn't, it's quite hard to be vulnerable, don't be so vulnerable so quickly, because oversharing can actually just be educating your enemy. And I will never, do you think I'll ever tell non-black people black things again? Listen to my pod. If you want to know me, listen to my podcast, so then you can understand how I move. Actually, this is another disclaimer that I want to end Decoding the Messes. If you are my new friend, or if you're a friend that I've met recently, just know that I've been through it. I'm not going to tell you why. I'm going to enjoy your company, but I'm not going to be as forthcoming with telling you shit. But that's only because a bitch been hurt. A bitch been hurt.
And I would also, another thing is, when you have expired friendships where there might have been no beef or nothing, like sometimes you genuinely just have those friendships where nothing, like no madness has happened, but there's just been a natural
a withdrawal.
Withdrawal. That's natural. And we're not, like, this whole podcast, we were not really like referring to those type of friendships. Like sometimes it just, like, when
fizzles out.
Personally, I love a good friend that is very open about like social justice and all that stuff, like Black Lives Matter. That's people that I draw to now. So that's just a separate thing. And that's that.
Yeah, that's that. That's all that. That's that and that.
No new friends. We're done out here. Finito.
No new friends. No new friends. Is that a Drake song?
No, I've got no idea. But and to all my friends, I love you.
I know, I love you too. You are divine feminine energy, flower child, princess, queens. Peace out.
Bye.
We are back for Tarot Talks, and I'm really excited because I'm going to do something a little different. Earlier in the DMC, we pulled an affirmation saying, people do hurtful things, that is their journey. How we react to the things people do is our journey, right? And normally I do a tarot spread for whatever, but I literally want to use the basis of that message for the tarot spread, because me and you can go back and forth about what people have done to us, but we've also chosen them as our friends, and we also want to choose to be in the present moment. So how can we best ask spirit, guidance, higher power, the universe, to navigate us on that path? Like, it's a weird one, because I think we need to stand up for ourselves in a way that's always going to affirm ourselves, whether that's choosing a bit by distance, whether that's choosing to cuss someone out, whether that's choosing to have a conversation with someone. And that can look different to everyone. So I just wanted some guidance from spirit. Is there anything that you wanted to ask the spirit, wanted to ask the universe?
Well, first of all, astaghfirullah. Second of all, I wanted to... No, because you literally hit all the nails on the head.
Well, then if I hit the nails, then I guess we're nailing.
Okay. Nothing to ask.
Okay. Spirit, higher power. I'm going to ask for some cards that can help us, be present on our journey, but also take in light what this conversation has been. Oh my goodness. Okay. Wait. A bit of cards flow out, and you don't want to do so much for that, so... Okay. Spirit, can I have a clarification for that card? Okay. Right. So, we got the Four of Wands, the Five of Swords, and the Nine of Wands. The Four of Wands is talking about this harmonious energies, whereas the Five of Swords, I said the Five of Wands, but I meant the Five of Swords. The Five of Swords talks about when you win, but you don't actually feel like you're the winner. So you might have had to... maybe you won in an ugly way, maybe you didn't win at all, maybe the cost to your experience or to the mental gymnastics that you've put on yourself has caused you conflict and it's just ran you off discourse, because look, this person scored 5, this person scored 0, but everything about this card, everything about this energy is dark and conflicting and unharmonious compared to this energy, which is also disharmonious. However, if you got it this way, you would have got it in a way that's appreciating you. When you look at these palm trees, palm trees grow in beautiful places. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
The card, this shows literally 1111, but when it's upside down, it suggests that you've been emitting a home frequency that hasn't been serving you. You've been putting yourself in places which haven't been balancing you, affirming you, complementary to you. It suggests that there's illusions in a home or like a spiritual setting because you have tried to make camp in an environment that wasn't actually helpful to you. And I know that because you got the Nine of Wands next, and this card is literally boundaries. It's a fence. It's literally like a wooden fence, and it's like, have you blocked yourself out or have you blocked yourself in, and what are you willing to stand for? Like, you literally made this fence, and you're the only one who can bring it down. You are able to use the resilience and the determination of making this fence to the next chapter or to the next movement of your life. But equally, it's going to come with conflict, or that's maybe not even just come with conflict. The conflict that you've just left is going to put you in this position, and now it's just using boundaries in an effective way that is able to be a bit more discerning, to be able to not sell yourself short. Like all these wands, all these staffs are like representative of motivation and representative of passions. And it's like, what passions are you going to stand for? Are you even standing, or are you sitting? Are you meditating on the fact that you have worked so bloody hard to get yourself where you need to be, so that's why you are going to fight for what is yours? And it's interesting because the first two cards, the Four of Wands and the Five of Swords, came up reversed. So they were talking about like an unbalanced energy, but the Nine of Wands comes out outright. And when I asked for clarification, I got the Knight of Cups, and this is literally like following the needs of the heart. It's going with the flow of things. It's a fluid, passive, feminine energy that takes action where your heart needs are. And it's like, I've got this beautiful cup that I can only fill the contents with. It's that whole thing of, you remember the Right Black when we said, your cup runneth over.
Yes. Can I just quickly switch? You know, the first time that you gave me a tarot reading, I got that exact same card as well.
Well, the Knight of Cups.
Yeah, I remember.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so lovely, because the thing is, Knight of Cups is such a beautiful card. It talks about change.
I love it. Yeah.
But it's like going with the flow of things, and it's like carrying. It's like, look at all this armor. Man's protected, innit? But because
the cup runneth over.
Yeah, but that's his change. That's his life lesson to learn. He can't be going upstream, because that's going to be conflict to his interest and his belief. He needs to go in his flow of things and just keep it pushing. Like, he's got all this land to fill, all this land to create, and all this land which is an abundance to him, but only if he's aware of how the contents of his cup and how he's gonna change the container or change the water when the needs aren't being met. He might change environment, that's why the change is there, but also it just talks about a very beautiful like energy. Like, someone might be even coming, well, I don't know, maybe someone's coming into our life that's going to shake things up, but also it shows me that this horse is moving. It's it's a ever-changing energy. It's keeping the faith. It's keep it moving. I'm gonna take some more affirmation cards from the Kalechi Okafor's Right Away, but from her Spiritual Seasoning for the Soul deck. If I shuffle, can you just tell me when to stop?
Okay. Stop.
Okay. Okay. So the cards are number 22. Forget that the word failure even exists. Do your thing. The next card, 35. Peace is always waiting for you if you choose. No, peace is always waiting for you to choose it. And the next card is you are already whole. I think that kind of reminds us to choose ourselves in moments of conflict or in moments when people hurt us, because if we move wounded, we're going to be like looking for satisfaction or validation like from external environment, and that doesn't have to happen. We could be present, you know. I'm going to read what the cards say as well from our little booklet here. So, only ego is concerned with failure. Your higher self understands that there's no such thing. Everything you perceive everything you perceive as an achievement or otherwise is still Everything you perceive as an achievement or otherwise is still learning that your soul is undertaking. With that knowledge, manifest greatness and leave the fear of failure behind. Next one. Peace is always waiting for you to choose it. In every situation, peace is always an option. You have to believe in its transformative power. And then you are already whole, 16. Nothing outside of yourself will complete you because you are and always have been whole. Energies outside of yourself can complement yours, but they do not have the ability to compete. Searching to be completed is an action led by misremembering your own divinity and thus your inherent wholeness.
Wow.
I think that's really filling, because it's like the first card that we started off with is people do hurtful things. How do we react to things? How we react to things people do is our journey. And yeah, there is room for conciliation, but also there is room for removal of energy. There's always going to be room for protecting your peace. And I'm not a mind reader, so you're going to have to use your own discernment to decide what that is for you. However, if you follow your belief system, if you follow your needs of the heart, then it's going to be a bit more, what's the word? It's going to be a bit more like fulfilling, I want to say, because it's like the Knight of Cups like goes to their own rhythm, and the Knight of Cups is presenting their heart from that. They believe in love. Love will literally, like, love will save us all. However, I don't care if that's platonic love, romantic love, familiar love. Like, I honestly believe in love because of the way that I love. And like, I've never been in a relationship before, innit? Like, I'm literally like, I don't have experience in that form, but I'm saying it in the sense of, because of the way that I show my actions, because of the way I show belief, I know that it's present, I know that it's reciprocal, and that isn't to say that I need it to get by, but it's a reflection of me internally. And if I'm whole, and if I remember my divinity, I'm not going to be distracted by the red flags that people choose to show me.
Yeah.
That reading really flowed. Wow.
No.
Madness.
No, I love that. That was
snapping.
No, that was on point. That's so true. I love reading. I love hearing these type of readings, because it's always so like apt.
No, I really liked the sort of way that we did the tarot reading again. So maybe for the DMCs, I'll like pull a card and then bring it up next time, because that was kind of cute. But nice. No, thank you for listening. I really, really appreciate it. I guess that takes us to our last segment. Yeah, we've talked a lot today, Dina. We've talked. I know.
A lot, this is us though. Like, even like on the phone.
Oh yeah.
We have a podcast ready.
Oh, completely. Well, this is the direct message. This is where we leave listeners with a message to, well, just help them, to uplift them. Yeah. What would you like to leave listeners with?
Wherever you want to grow. I don't know what the fuck the saying is. I always forget.
You're so funny. What
is it? Whatever you want to feed, whatever you want to grow, feed it. Whatever you feed. Hang on. Okay, this is what I want to leave listeners with. Whatever you feed grows. Whatever you ignore dies. Okay. Period. Trust yourself. Trust your gut. And just have love. Just love around you. Feel love. Don't feel any, like, if you go through trauma, if you go through pain, if someone upsets you, whatever it may be, deal with it. Move on from it. Like, to all of my ops, like, if you guys are still beefing with me, you're just beefing with yourself.
Oh my god, was I not listening to that song? Like, Megan Thee Stallion. Period.
Yeah, it's true though. That's a hard part. Like, there's no grudges here. It's only love here. Like, just trust yourself, trust the journey, and you first, and anyone else second. Always.
Period.
Just put yourself first. It's just love, man. Love.
No, period. No, thank you so much. Okay. That was a beautiful direct message. I'd like to. We're coming up to that part, Dina. I would like to leave listeners with peace is always available to you, but you just need to be, I guess, patient with yourself in acknowledging that, because like I think at the start of this episode I was saying all madness, like even on the phone beforehand I was just like and like throughout this conversation I've just learned that like you'll meet your own madness, Shah. Like, you'll meet your own karma. Like, I don't need to get out of my bed to tell you that. If you, that's the thing. Let me read listeners with this. Okay. One day, someone's going to realize that you only had good intentions for them, and that's their own karmic debt. Yeah,
that's 100% true. And if they don't, they don't, and that's fine. It's just
that's fine. But the thing is, you'll find your people by then, so you won't even know. You won't even care. You won't even remember. You're like, oh yeah, that person. But yeah. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, 100%. And like sometimes things aren't that deep. I know it sounds a very contradictory to everything we spoke about. Sometimes shit is not that deep. Like, someone's a shitty person, they're a shitty person, we move on. Please do not linger around shitty people, and do not do the whole mental gymnastics. Let me change them, let me talk to them, let me do this, let me do that. Sometimes it's just good to be like, do you know what? It ain't even worth my energy. It's not that deep. Let me just
bye. Let me just
move. Yeah, and you don't need to have like a dramatic exit. Like, just exit. It's calm. It's fine, and don't hold like you're good. You're good. You're doing amazing, sweetie.
You're doing amazing, sweetie. No, honestly, thank you, Dina.
Thank you for having me on this podcast. Like, I remember like when you announced it to everyone, like, yeah, like, I'm gonna have Dina on this particular episode. You saw the reactions, like, so.
Literally, it was so funny because the person next to you was like, "You have so much to say."
Still do, but
literally still do. We'll come out for part 3. No, I'm joking.
Part 65. Joking. Thank you for having me on here. You know how much I love you. Let me say that.
Let listeners know where they can find you on socials.
So you guys can find me on OnlyFans.
OnlyFans is not just, sugar content. Do you know what I mean? You can actually, people do like cosplay on there. So
yeah, so just Twitter, Instagram, Dina BDA.
Amazing. I've been your host, Seerah DM. This has been DMtalks. You can find my socials at DM.Talks or DM.Seerah, SEERAH. If you wanted a tarot reading, you can also email me because you heard the source that I gave today. I think I can give more. So, get involved. I hope you enjoyed this reading, and I hope that we can, uplift the world. And bye, guys. It's been a great one. I shall see you next week. Bye now.
Bye.
Bye.